Hello my fellow gamers, welcome back to Comfortable Gaming. If you're new here, we do everything Game Pass. Like and subscribe, and let's just talk in this video. Is Game Pass worth it? Should you pick it up? Which subscription should you get? We'll talk about all those videos, what you should be getting, what games should you be playing, and what to expect from Game Pass in the coming future, and how the service works, and all those things. For anyone that's new here, doesn't know what Game Pass is all about, we'll talk about it in this video. So let's say it was Christmas, you got your brand new console, your Xbox Series S or Xbox Series X, and you want to get Game Pass. And obviously you're in tears because it's so hard to get consoles these days, and these last couple of years have been a mess to get graphics card consoles, anything like that. Or maybe you're a PC gamer and you want to get Game Pass for PC, and what games should you be playing on there? The first thing to consider and to know is there's 3 different subscriptions. So essentially you'll be getting an Xbox Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and Xbox Game Pass for PC. So obviously if you're on PC, you're gonna get Game Pass for PC. So Game Pass PC comes with EA Play included. So I'll talk about that in the video just now. So if you pick up the normal Game Pass subscription, great, you get a lot of games to choose from. But if you get Game Pass Ultimate, you also get access to EA Play. You get access also to Game Pass on PC if you have a laptop or you have a PC as well, and your console. And you get access to cloud gaming, and you get access to Xbox Live Gold. So whichever console you pick up or whichever subscription you pick up, I always highly recommend, doesn't matter if you're a Series S or Series X, to get an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. To get an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, because it just comes with so many benefits. I know the Game Pass Ultimate is more expensive, $5 more expensive than the normal Game Pass, which is $10, but it comes with gold, which essentially you don't need to pay to play online games, a subscription, which is a big thing. So if you are, unless you're in a really tight budget, there's no point buying normal Game Pass and then getting gold as well. And you get EA Play included. So Game Pass Ultimate, if you're on console, for me is definitely the way to go. And what EA Play essentially is just electronic arts games onto Game Pass. So your Maiden, your UFC, your FIFA games, all coming to Game Pass Ultimate. There's Titanfall, there's Battlefield 1, Battlefield 4, Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3, which are spectacular games. Mass Effect Legendary Edition, which comes with all 3 remastered Mass Effect games, which is great. Sims 4. So many great things. Plants vs. Zombies, the old school Burnout Paradise, Star Wars Battlefront 2, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, which is one of the best Star Wars games in a long time. Titanfall was always such a great game. So there's so much to choose from, and that all comes with Xbox Game Pass PC or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. And there's so many to choose from, so you're just benefiting for a bunch of extra, over 80 extra games to choose from. Plus included, which is standard Game Pass games that are on there as well. Like there's so much then to choose from, and there's something always to find in play. So that's from subscription size what you should be getting. And yeah, Game Pass is worth it definitely, and Xbox Game Pass is definitely worth it, but I suggest highly to get the Game Pass Ultimate, or if you're on PC, you just get the PC one. The next thing I want to talk about now is cloud gaming. So what cloud gaming comes with Game Pass is that you can stream onto your tablet or onto your phone all your Xbox games. So you don't have to download or anything. They do come with touch controls, which is no controller required. Although certain games will still ask for you to use a controller. So most games that are on cloud gaming that you can stream have their own touch controls. But if certain games don't, all you have to do is connect your console controller to Xbox Game Pass. So if you don't have a console and you get access to Game Pass, you can do so without even having a console. And that's another great benefit of Game Pass. You can just get the Xbox Game Pass and you can stream all your games onto your phone, tablet, and play without even actually having a console. Mind you, it's still not perfectly runs. I've noticed it runs very well. So if you have a console, the best thing I've done is to just access remote play. So whatever game is installed on your console, I just click on remote play on an app, you download the Xbox app, and just stream my games onto my phone and connect usually my controller. That's how I do it. So it's a great benefit of things to do if someone's using the TV and you want to play, or you just don't have a console but you want to play games. you can do that, which is a great thing, another benefit with Game Pass. And I found remote play can be a lot of fun. Sometimes I'm just in bed and I want to play some games, so I stream directly to my phone. Or you want to try out a game without wasting time to download it, you can do so. What to play on Game Pass. So the next thing I want to talk about is what to play and what games should you be playing. I'd recommend starting, if you have EA Play, if you got the Game Pass Ultimate like I said, or Game Pass for PCs, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is a great way to access your console, a great game to play, amazing story, really great combat, one of the best Star Wars games out there. If you're a fan of Star Wars, or maybe you're not and you kind of want to try it, it picks off of Jedi Fallen Order is just one of the best on Game Pass. If you're into racing game, look no further to one of Xbox's best games, which is Forza Horizon 5. And Forza series has always been great for Xbox, and having a day one and day out the latest one on Game Pass is a great thing. This game you'll spend hours and hours collecting so many cars, doing so many fun challenges. It's the best arcade racing game out there by far. You know, it's really amazing. If obviously you're more into racing simulators, Forza Motorsport is also on Game Pass, and next year we're getting the brand new Forza Motorsport day one on Game Pass. Another benefit of Game Pass is day one games. So essentially day one games is a brand new game when it comes out. You don't have to go purchase it, it comes day one on Game Pass. So anything that's owned by Microsoft, which is Bethesda, Xbox Game Pass Studios to your Halo games, Gears of War, Forza, Elder Scrolls will come day in and day out, day one on Game Pass, which is another great way of why picking up Game Pass also in the long run and just having it, which is a great thing. Another great thing is that games come monthly. Each month we get announcement of two first weeks of games, then another 2 weeks of games. The only drawback I have with Game Pass, if I had to critique it for me so far, is games leaving. You know, but obviously that's not such a thing. It's more of a pet peeve of anything that's not a first party studio it's not owned by Microsoft. Some games stay for a couple of months and leave, some stay for 3 months, 6 months, it all really depends. So that's the only thing I will say is a drawback. Some games are not permanently on, but games like Forza, Halo, and anything like I said is owned by Microsoft is permanently on Game Pass. And I think that's such a great thing. It's such a value for money. That's why people talk about so much about Game Pass and what it offers. It's just so many benefits, so many games to choose from at such a reasonable price. It is the best value for gaming. Another thing to recommend is the Halo Master Chief Collection. And that's all the Halo games. If you never had an Xbox and want to experience Halo games, they come. I know the first couple of them are better old. They've been remastered as well. Halo Infinite is also on Game Pass, so this all comes in a crazy ass bundle of just great Halo games. All the Gears of War games are on Game Pass as well. To also now being recent acquisition of Bethesda, we also got in a huge amount of Bethesda games to Doom Eternal, which is one of the best games you can play. I recommend, one of the best FPS shooters. Elder Scrolls Morrowind, Elder Scrolls Oblivion, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, Elder Scrolls Online, if you're looking more for an MMO, is on Game Pass. And there's so many games to choose from. I can just sit here and make like a 2-hour list of so many games to play, and a lot of games that are really good games to just sit and play. Recently we got plenty of Ubisoft games onto Game Pass, to Far Cry 5, Watch Dogs 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, Immortal Phoenix Rising is coming at the end of August, 31st of August, we're getting that game as well, which is a really big game also onto Game Pass, which I'm really looking forward to playing. So much to choose from, but if maybe AAA games are not so much a thing, there's plenty of great indie games on it. And Hollow Knight is such a big game on Game Pass, one of the best games you can, platformer games to play, and highly anticipated sequel Hollow Knight Silksong is coming next year to Game Pass. Day one on Game Pass, which is another great thing. And so many great games are on the horizon. It's just looking better and better for Game Pass. And like I said, each month we get a bunch of new games. Some games leave, and there's just always something to pick. So if you look into something that you never played, and this is one thing I always talk about, is how Game Pass has made me play so many games I've never played. So Hollow Knight was a game I would never purchase and played. It's not my type. I haven't played platformers in a long time, and I absolutely fell in love in this game. Highly recommended. One of the most epic games you can play. Quite a challenging game, but a really awesome game to the art style, design, and then got me into more of these amazing indie games that are on Game Pass. And we got from the end of the year some really awesome games still coming in 2022. I know 2023 is going to be a lot of great games coming, and all Starfield and Redfall got delayed, but we got High on Life coming this year, which I'm really excited for. And it's such an epic. It's from the creators of Rick and Morty, and it's like a wacky first-person shooter with your guns talk, and it's like this crazy-ass universe. Reminds me completely of Rick and Morty, and this is coming day one on Game Pass. So depends on when you pick it up or when do you want to play Game Pass. There's always something to choose from. You know, lots of months I've been sitting, I play this, I play that, I bought this gameplay, and I'm just looking for something fresh. You know, you can have a bunch of games and be bored, and we're looking for something different. And that's one of the biggest things draw into Game Pass is there's always something to choose from. I know people say, oh, some games are months are worse than others, and that can be true. Some months we don't really get the best of games onto Game Pass, but that's just my preference of I don't want to play this indie game, or I don't want to play that. So games like this that are coming out, and small indie games like Hollow Knight, well, they're not a small game anymore, but great indie games to try. There's so many games I've played on here, similar to games I would have never played. I tried out and absolutely loved. And that's the joy of Game Pass. I always say to people is, if you have nothing to play, go through the library of Game Pass and pick something you've never thought playing and try it. You'll be amazed how many great, small little great gems are on Game Pass. So like I said before, I highly recommend Game Pass. To its value, to games constantly coming each month. There's always something to look forward to on the horizon of new games coming in each month. I'm looking forward to what's coming in September. I know there's a bunch of games that have already been announced, but there's plus going to be more. The only thing is sometimes certain games leave, and if you haven't had the time to play. So price wise, it's really a bargain for how many games you get each month. And if you get Ultimate, you get gold included, which you get free games each month. It's just such a bargain for anyone setting into gaming, or even a veteran like myself who's been gaming. And a lot of games that come to Game Pass I've played already. But then there's so many games I haven't played or even thought of playing, and that's another great benefit to it. Cloud gaming is becoming better and better as time goes on. And it's such a great feature to just play on the go or remote play without even owning a console. You can just stream your games onto a tablet and play certain games for, like I said, a really bargain price. Day one releases are one of the great things when a brand new spanking shiny game comes out and it's day one on Game Pass. Like when Starfield comes next year, hopefully that will be good. Redfall, Elder Scrolls 6 at some point, any new Halo, Forza Motorsport, this new game that just got announced at Gamescom, Atomic Heart, which I'm really looking forward to. What an epic looking first person crazy ass weird shooter. Very interesting to see. So there's always something to choose from and you won't be bored. And like I said, I highly recommend. The drawbacks to me is sometimes there's so many games, and sometimes games leave because I don't have the time to sit and play all these games. And sometimes you're just in a mood to play a certain thing, and sometimes you can feel very overwhelmed of how many things there's to play. Oh, this is now Game Pass, put it on, but I'm still finishing this game or doing this game. It all depends how much time you have or what mood you're in to play a certain game. You know, maybe you really want to play Far Cry 5, but you're not just in the mood for open world. You're playing something else at the moment. So that's the only thing I could really critique Game Pass at the moment for. There's still improvements. Cloud gaming can be better, and just certain games to be added to be more specific and things like that. Like, would I like to see more better AAA games on Game Pass? Absolutely. The better it gets, the more better games, the more bigger games we get on Game Pass, the better it can be. So that's the only thing I can really say. Other than that, it's still highly recommendable to get. If you haven't picked up Game Pass or you're thinking about it, you're not going to go wrong here. Hey, maybe pick it up just for 1 month and try it out. It's really a bargain, and just to see how many games. And if it's not for you, it's not for you. I mean, everybody games differently, and especially certain games you play. So if there's certain games you play and they're not on Game Pass, or you're playing MMOs or things like that, or you're just playing Fortnite Battle Royales, then Game Pass maybe doesn't make sense to you. Maybe you get it for a certain month just to play a certain game, which is also highly understandable. So it all really depends on you and what you're playing. But again, like I said, I want to repeat myself, I do highly recommend it. If you want to ask anything about Game Pass, leave a comment below. I'll sure answer you. If anything you're confused about, or maybe there's a certain genre of game you're looking for, you will find it on my channel. And thank you guys again for watching. I hope this video is helpful and kind of understanding what Game Pass is about and how much great things it offers. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.